Hello, welcome back to my channel. I just did put a video up of my reveal of the dress I had just finished. Go and check that out. I talk a little bit about that and I let you see it. Um, my camera here is doing crazy things. Hopefully I won't pop it up because it kind of knocks my head off here. I'm not sure why it didn't do that earlier. Maybe I'll tilt it. There you go. But I had a few things that I actually wanted to show you, but I didn't want to make the video before, make it too long, although I think it was only 10 minutes, so I probably could have continued on. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I got. See, in the mail, I bought myself some bobbins for my machine. My machine is called the Slant-O-Matic 500. It was put out in the 60s. It was a machine that I remember growing up learning how to sew on. It was my grandmother's machine. When she passed, she left it to me. And then me, silly, foolish, stupid me, felt like I needed money for something else. So I pawned it. And there's not been a day since that I have regretted it. But you can't go back in the past. So what is the next best thing? I found one online. Not on Mercari. I can't remember where. I just Googled it. And it was from a lady who her mother had passed. Her mother loved to sew. She took care of this machine greatly and so on and so forth. And she wanted to sell it to somebody that she knew would love it. And she gave me a really good price. I think it was $135 was all that I paid for this machine. I took it, got it cleaned. The guy told me that it was in excellent condition. The parts looked new. It was not filled with dirt and junk. But he cleaned it for me nonetheless because I wanted, to make sure that everything was in line and going right. I used it probably for about a year, maybe not quite a year. And then there was an issue with the flywheel where every time I turned the wheel down, it would grind, make that noise, and it scared me. I didn't want to continue on because I didn't want to break anything. So I ended up taking it back. Although, I mean, it'd been a while. It'd been a year. I said almost a year. It might have been longer. I don't know. All I know is I needed to find out what that problem was. And they took it apart and he just said it needed cleaned. And so he cleaned it and set all the settings and everything. And it sews like a dream. Just like I remembered as a kid. I love it too because I know all the ins and outs of it. And so one thing though, that was a problem when I went for my other Singer machine. It takes class 15 bobbins. Well, this machine takes the 66 bobbin. And I only have 10 of those. And I had actually bought those offline. I tried to find out the place I bought them from, and I could not find the original place. So I just Googled in the other day, class 66 bobbins, Slant-O-Matic 500, and it came up immediately. And the company where I bought my additional bobbins is called Central Michigan Sewing Supplies. It's a warehouse in Florida. It's called Osprey, Florida. I'm not even familiar with that name of that town. And I lived in Florida for many, many years. And I don't know where that is. But it is a warehouse. And I bought 20. For 10, I think it was like 5 something. I think for 20 it ended up to be 12 something, which I thought was a really good deal because I know when you go to Joann's and you buy the class 66, you know what, I don't even know if they have the class 66. Maybe that's the 15. Anyway, for 4 bobbins that I looked at, it was 5 something. I got a really good deal. But anyway, I got my bobbins today. Everybody knows what a bobbin is, unless you're one of those people who, you're not a sewer, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But they look like this, and these little spools, they are what holds the thread that goes on the under part of your machine. Under the feed dogs. What's the feed dogs? That's the little grill-like metal that pulls your fabric through. But down below there's a little cabinet, and these are what you call a top sewer, top button, top sewing, where you just drop it down. You don't have to push it in a casing and put it in and all this kind of stuff like a lot of your newfangled machines are. But Anyway, I got 20 of them, and I'm so excited because what was happening is I would have a color on my bobbin, and I'd end up with all this thread left. And then it came time for a new project, new color. And if you're going to have the proper bobbin, that means you have to take all the thread off. Well, that's wasteful. And then if you save it, you have a bunch of little pieces of paper sitting around, cardboard pieces that has thread just wrapped around it. And then you can't use that anyway because you have to put it back through the machine. And how are you going to do that if it's not on a spool? Da-da-da-da-da. I know I'm ratting here. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you in case Sewing Machine Depot is what Chris Ashmore is the fella or the woman, it could be. Sewing Machine Depot, CMSS, CSMS, Central Michigan Sewing Supplies. And that's out of Florida. So if you're one of those people who are looking, actually I did not really investigate much about companies to purchase these. When I typed it in, this is the first company that showed up. I thought the price was really good, so I just went ahead and ordered it. So I got those today, and I'm really glad now I have the extras. Now, enough of that. I was at Walmart yesterday, the day before. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. I was there to buy groceries. Most of our money goes on food, believe me. We own our house, so we have utilities, and it's just my husband and I, so we don't use a lot of those, actually. So we're sitting good. So the money, like I said, the money we spend most of the time is on food. What money I do spend and splurge on is normally money I've earned off of my platform where I sell, or someone gives it to me and I put it away and I forget about it. And I thought, oh, wow, I got that for Christmas. I still have $100 from Christmas. And so that's pretty cool. But I found this fabric at Walmart. It is a crepe. Can you believe that? If you look at Walmart long enough, you're going to find some nice fabric there. It is beautiful. Look at this. This was $4 for 2 yards. That's $2 a yard. You can't beat $2 a yard fabric hardly anywhere. And of course, on the packaging, it says red remnant or whatever, unknown. But I know this is crepe. And the reason I know this is crepe because it's one of my very favorite fabrics. A crepe, a rayon. You can have a crepe rayon, meaning that you're going to have this a bubbly texture up here, this standing, what is that called? It's a pile. Is that may be the wrong word? But if it were a rayon crepe, you would have this flouncy stuff, but you wouldn't have this textured as the crepe has. But there's only 2 yards here, so I'm not going to be able to make anything big per se. Let's see. Is this wide? Let me see. I'm going to take it out. Wow, it's pretty wide, guys. This may be 60 inches wide. The wider your fabric, of course, 60 inches goes to your wide, 57 inches, something like that. You're going to get more pieces on it, obviously. So I don't know that I'll be able to make a just regular size knee-length dress or not with this, but this would be so beautiful and feminine. I just love this kind of fabric. But anyway, I got this, so you might be seeing something coming up in the future on this next. It would be nice in a dress like this again, but I don't have enough fabric for that, especially if I feel like I should probably go up so that, because you need the stretch. I don't have the stretch, but with this, I have more if I go up. I don't know. I don't know, if that's right, but I guess if you've been sewing as long as I have, you just learn tricks of the trade and you just do what works sometimes. It doesn't mean it's wrong if it works. And it came out really good. So anyway, here is a fabric I'm going to share with you that I bought at Hobby Lobby. It's been several weeks ago. It's got like these little ditzy prints, and I don't even know if this is considered a ditzy print because maybe ditzy prints are even smaller than this print. I'm not sure, but it's a white cotton. It's really nice. It was put out in 2021 by a company called Brother Sister Design Studio, and I'm not familiar with that, but evidently it goes through Hobby Lobby. I got this, let's see, I don't even know if I got this on sale. This might have been $5.99 a yard. I don't even remember how many yards I have here. I'm pretty sure at least 3 yards. But I thought this would make such a really cute summer dress. I have a lot of stuff for summer that I want to make while I get it all done. Not if I don't get busy, but I have some other things I want to actually do. So I want to kind of put my sewing on hold, maybe for a couple weeks, and then maybe come back to this. But isn't it beautiful? And even this is more like your cotton lawn. This isn't like your quilting cotton, where quilting cotton is heavy and stiff and scratchy. Even after you wash quilting cotton, it does relax a little bit, but it still does not have, majority does not have, I'm trying to get the fringe. Here we go. See how pretty this is? And it's really soft. This isn't your, it's nice. And so I'll have to put that all back in a little bit. I hear complaints of people that do not like Hobby Lobby. When Joann was in business, I went back and forth to Joann's and Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby never has had sales over 40% off of fabric. And that's not all the time. That's just whenever they decide to bring the sale. You could get better sales than that on their clearance. It's like on a seasonal type thing. And I always check there, and I've gotten some really good fabric from that. This dress right here, this skirt here is a Christmas outfit that I made. That's got the checks on it. It's on a video too, ribbon in the front. This actually came from Hobby Lobby. And I went back the beginning of this year. And they actually still had this in clearance. And so I bought enough fabric to make a really cute top. And I need to put buttons on that yet. But that is a consideration for a Christmas outfit during the holidays this coming year. So I'll have that. But Hobby Lobby's fabric, in my opinion, is pretty good. My outfit that I made for our old-fashioned Sunday in this past October, it actually came from Hobby Lobby. And I think it was $6.99 a yard with a 40% discount. So I got a really good deal on that too. But yeah, I actually need to go through my fabric. Guys, I know you think I'm crazy. Every time I come on here, I think I mention that. I get swept away with so many things I have to do or I am involved in, and I don't get to it. But I want to separate the fabric from those that I really would like to wear as apparel, and then that cotton that I really don't want to anymore. I thought maybe I'm not going to use it, and then I'm going to sell it. Here's a fabric I got at a garage sale, and there's about 2.5 yards here. And if this doesn't scream summer, I don't know what does. Look how beautiful. And it is a cotton. It's probably considered a quilting cotton for that matter, but it's not stiff. It's a really nice, it's not as flowy, of course, as the fabrics that are made to be flowy, but it's not crisp. She said she had not even used this. This is from the day she had bought it. She's not a sewer, the lady. She's a neighbor. I went to her garage sale. She's a crafter, so she makes pillows and crafts and so forth. But she just never used this. It is beautiful. I don't know what the name of these flowers are. They're like little flowers that form one flower. So very cute. And what a beautiful color. I love this color. And so I got this with the intent to make another one of those blouses that I made that goes with my wraparound skirt. In fact, I've made 3 or 4 of that same pattern. Let's see, do I still have that? I think I may still have that in here where I can show you. And because I want to show you, I probably can't find it. You know how that works. Here it is. This one right here. This one here I make so many times. Or there again, maybe I'll just go through my patterns and find another blouse pattern. Because I have a lot of blouse patterns. But this would make a really cute summer blouse. So we'll see what I do with this. But that was only $1, guys. She just wanted to get rid of her stuff. And I'm glad she got rid of it with me. Well, that is actually all of that fabric that I have bought within the last few days. Now, yesterday, we went to town because of my site on Mercari called Shop Girl. I had sold I have sold many kits. And I sold a kit, and so I had to go to UPS and I had to mail it. So while I was there on the big main strip here where I live, it's called Watermaker. all the hotels, all of the businesses and everything, all the malls, so on and so forth, is where Hobby Lobby is. I also needed some thread to finish this dress. So I had run out and I went over there and I bought my thread. But while I was there, I actually bought quite a few rolls. I bought this. It's like a beigey kind of, but, or is it really like lemon yellow? You can tell it. You could actually use it for either. But this was $1.99 and I love their thread. This one here was only 99 cents. It's white. And this one here is a, what do you call it? I actually got it with terms of using it for that material over there if I were to make a blouse with it, because I don't have any thread this color. So I got that one, and that was 99 cents. And then I got one that was kind of beigey. And then the one, of course, that's I've already used that I needed to finish that dress with. So there are a few, and white goes with anything per se if it's got a white colorway. Now, you wouldn't put that white on burgundy, but you would put it on florals or such that has a white background. It would be okay to use it. So I went ahead and got a white as well. Now, while I was there, I am having trouble finding my needles. So I got Universal needles. They're 70-10 and 80-12 and 90-14. These needles, they're used for most wovens and knits. You can use it on leather, denim, stretch, or coarse knitwear. But yeah, mostly the things that I sew are on your woven cottons. And I do very little sewing on this type of fabric. And the biggest reason why, really, is because this fabric is hard to find. Unless you actually went to a online fabric store or you went in store. And it's going to run you some money. And I was fortunate and I bought that rayon. That crepe. I really wish that it would have come more in a bundle, like 4 yards for $8. That'd been great. But there's enough to make something. And those particular fabrics, for the most part, run more expensive. So I have very few of this type of fabric. So I normally, and I stayed away from this too because I was afraid, man, it's going to slip all over the place. I'm not going to be able to sew it. I'm going to mess it up. And out of fear, I kind of stayed away from it. And so that's just the way it is. I've always bought more of the cotton, linen. Linen's beautiful to sew on, guys. And I have a few pieces of that. But anyway, I was out of needles. And so I thought, you know what, I should get a pack. And I got these at Hobby Lobby, and these were $4.50, which I didn't think was bad because you get five sewing machine needles. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that here in under my machine here where it goes. Okay. The next thing I thought was I saw these buttons. They're so cute. $1.49, and there's a certain price up there. If you stay within that price range of your card, you get it for 99 cents. And if it goes over, it's $1.99. These were $1.49, so I got them for 99 cents. But they're wooden little button tabs, and it says handmade. Look how cute. And it's not focusing that well. But it says handmade. I love it. And it's got just the two little holes. And so you'll just by hand with your thread sew it inside your garment. But I only got one of those because this is six garments right here. So they're really cute. These are actually new. I've never seen them there before. Another thing of buttons that I got that I think is so cute. These were $2.99. I think it even ranges through $2.99. I believe I got these for 99 cents too. But they're wooden buttons and they got little hearts in the middle. And I love how they're not identical in their coloring. See, they range from lighter to darker. The wood, the lines go different directions in the, I don't know, I can't think of what that's called. But so adorable. And I got two because normally when you're putting buttons on something, you need more than 4 buttons. And these are not going to look good on anything you make. It's going to have to be a certain outfit, a jacket. It's going to have to be something that's going to look really cute with these. But I went ahead and got them because now if they'd been $3, I would not have bought them. But being 99 cents, I did. Okay. And then the next set of buttons, which were also 99 cents that I had to get, I've never seen, were so cool, were the buffalo head, like the coin. And I thought those were so cool. I showed this to my husband. He loved it too. It looks like a nickel. It actually does look like a nickel. And it's got a buffalo on it. I'm sorry, guys, that it's not focusing. But I love it. And I got 2 of those as well. And these 2, it's going to have to be at that certain garment to where it looks good. I thought they were so cute. And so I got those. And that's all of the little necessity things that I got. The next fabric that I got, and yes, I got another thing of fabric, was for, oh, I got another thread. That's right. It's like a purple thread. Isn't it really pretty? The reason I got this one is because I am remembering a fabric that I have that I need to get. Because I love fruit fabric, and they make really cute summer outfits. But it's got blueberries on it with green stem leaves. Dark background is so beautiful. And I did get that at Joann's a while ago, but I don't have any thread this color. So I made sure I got one of these in case, that was 99 cents, in case I found that fabric and I was able to pull it out and use it. Now, here's the fabric I bought, guys. Look at this. It's like Nigerian, African type fabric. Look how awesome. I love these faces that you hang up, and the women with the things on their heads. I just love it. Every year at our church during the month of October, we have what's called a missions conference. And our church right now, we support 91, I think, missionaries. 1, 2, 3 of those families actually came out of my church, where they grew up there as little kids, married, either be the wife or the man, married, had their own family, felt a calling to go to the mission field. And we have one in Kenya and one in Busimo, I can't remember, one in Panama. And every year they come home during that time. Well, no, that's not true. This past year, they were all here at the same time, which is very abnormal. Normally, there's missionaries that haven't been to the field yet, but are trying to take on churches to support them. And we have that every year. Well, we have an international meal during that week. And so last year, I dressed up in a skirt, and I made a bandana for my head, and then I just had a solid shirt that I wore with it. Well, this year I thought it would, there's 5 yards here. This year I thought it would be fun to make a caftan. Caftan? It's actually similar to these kind of sleeves, only it's more voluminous. And I'm thinking surely 5 yards, me being 5'3", should be able to make a caftan with this fabric. I'm not sure really how flowy or whatever it will be, but I don't know that it has to be. But I think the fabric is just awesome. I love all the little prints on it. Here's the little clay pots. Oh, love it, love it, love it. There's the mask. Let's see, some more pots. The women carrying their goods back and forth. I mean, I just love it, and I love the way they're dressed. It's just cool. Well, so this year for the international dinner, I want to dress up again because I think it's so fun. And in the international dinner, then you can either make food for the American side or you can make food for the international side. And so every year you get to taste foods you never tasted before or you really like. And so that's part fun of it. But then you don't get judged or anything. This is just me because I think it's fun. I want to do it. So I've got to find me an appropriate pair of shoes to wear with my caftan online somehow. I have some hat or turban like patterns, but I don't know that I like the way they are. I may look into that some more and see about getting a pattern, and leftovers. Hopefully there'll be a little bit at least. I'll be able to make it to match this, but we'll see. But anyway, this was $5 a yard, which it had been, where is that? I think $12.99 a yard, and I got it for $5 a yard. So even still, I mean, it adds up. But I felt like it was worth it. But anyway, so that's all that I bought. Let me show you this. I do have these buttons that I thought was really cool, and I thought those would be really cute placed on the caftan somehow. Not necessarily to use it as a button to unbutton the hole, but I thought maybe to just put them down each other, down the front, or somewhere on it. I thought it'd be cute. Maybe even a loop. Make a loop and just stretch it across it. We'll see. It's all in the experimenting right now, but love it. And I'm so excited to get started on that. So that's all of that. Now, you remember this here in a couple of videos, Simplicity 5862. It's actually a 14, and that would have been fine. But I started messing with the pattern. It was vintage. I didn't mess with it enough. I was under the impression that it was going to fit me because the waist was a 28, but I had gained a few inches, and the bust had also gained a few inches. So when I got it all made, as beautiful as it turned out, I could not get it on. So here's what it looks like. It's got the zipper up there. I have not put the hook and eye on there yet because I've not needed to. I've not even hemmed it yet because I've not needed to because I can't get in it. But the good thing is I have really been watching. I've been thinking about what I put in my mouth, how often I'm eating, what I'm eating, how much am I eating. And I can tell I'm beginning to lose inches. It hasn't been but about a week. So it'll probably be at least a month before I can see a really super difference. And that's when I'll try it on and see if I lost my few inches. But here are the pockets. I love how they go the opposite direction. Look how cute that is. And this is the front of the dress, and it's got this band here, and it goes over, and it's just been sewed on like that. Love it, love it. So I'm excited to see what the days are going to bring and how long it's going to take me to get in this. But I am trying that. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. I hope all of you have a blessed day. Everything's going great here. We're transitioning. How do you say that word? Transiting. We're in between weather. Let's put it that way. I hope all of you have a blessed Mother's Day. We at our church, we always have. Yeah, at our church we have a celebration for Mother's Day. It was called Mother and Daughter Shopping Trip. We've done that for over 20 years. And I remember back in the day when my girls were young, they were at home, that we went on that the Saturday before Mother's Day. And then that Sunday we'd come to church, and a lot of times we'd been to the mall. You know, we got to wear our Mother's Day dresses, and we'd take pictures afterwards. Well, we're still going to take the pictures this year. We always have set out in the lobby. Even if you didn't go or do anything on the trip, if you came to church and you were a mother, you got to go in the back and get your picture taken for your family, or your family and your mom together. Not your mom by herself. I mean, of course, you know, it's to remember your mom, so you do it all together. But so I plan on doing that this year, getting my picture taken. But this year, instead of going on the shopping trip, which the shopping trip, what it was is, it was an area and it was filled with garage sales, hundreds of garage sales. Well, it's gotten to where I think people are aging, and it's a lot harder to do all that walking as to once it wasn't. Now, if it works out and everybody likes this, then they will do it again maybe. I don't know if they'll go back to the shopping, but because this was different, I thought, well, I'm going to do that. So we're going to have a banquet. So Pastor, he said that we were going to do some really special things. and I have a big meal. And so that'll be fun. And that's what I'm doing for Mother's Day. So I hope your Mother's Day turns out special too. Hopefully that you'll take or have contact with your children, and perhaps they'll make contact with you. Um, I mean, we're the mothers. They wouldn't be here without us, right? All right, guys, I'm babbling. You guys have a great rest of your afternoon, and hope you enjoyed it. And I will talk at you at another time. Bye-bye.